Yeah, in this equation of in this video 4.3.2, find the coordinates of m. Find the coordinates of m here. That's what we have to find the coordinates of m. We have this information. We have different information here. That is this is negative 12 and negative 6, and we know this is square root of 180 degrees. Now, if you look at the question that we know, here it is. The question says the radius of the circle is 3 times that of the circle centered at M. The bigger circle and the smaller circle centered at M. Therefore, the radius of this circle, bigger circle, is 3 times that of M. So I use that property here. I'll use that property here to answer this 4.3.2. What it says 3 times. So I'm answering 3.2. 3 times Km. 3 times of Km will be my radius, the bigger circle, which is equal to OK. Therefore, that is equal to square root of 180. Let me make it blue color. So I have as 3 km is equal to square root of 180. Therefore, km I square it. I square. Therefore, I get 9 km squared is equal to 180. And therefore, km squared is equal to 20. Therefore, km is equal to square root of 20. I hope this is clear now. So my radius is km is equal to 20, right? So I got the radius is km is equal to 20. That's clear. Now, why I write like this? What I do now here is that I need to find the coordinates. The question is to find the coordinates of m. Therefore, I need to find the coordinates of m. For convenience, there's too many x and y's. Therefore, I put this as this only ab. I don't want to confuse the ab here. Therefore, I put here m of x. Therefore, I put here m of x and m of y being the coordinates of m. I define now the equation km. You can think in different methods. Equation of km. You can think like this. Equation of km. I mean the circle is given by. You can use the equation of the circle, or you can use the distance formula km, whichever it is. As we discussed earlier, that the equation of the circle is actually extension of the distance formula. So I here now going to do is that what I'm going to do now, I'm going to write the equation of km to find the distance of km. So km squared is equal to, I can write as x minus mx the whole squared plus y minus my the whole squared. In fact, I must write here. I must write here as 12, negative 12, and yeah. So must be a negative 12 and negative 6. So negative 12 and negative 6. Or to be remove the negative, what I will do is that I will change the entire equation, and I can write as mx negative of negative 12 squared plus my negative of negative 6 squared. That's equal to km squared. So 20 squared, square root of 20 is equal to. Now I got this equation. Plus my plus 6 the whole squared. I got this equation. I'm putting this equation number 1. Equation number 2. Why is it saying equation number 2? Because I already have this equation number 1 here when we discussed 4.2. X is equal to 2y. X is equal to 2y. I have discussed that one here. Now, why I'm taking that? Because xy, this km will have this satisfied is the relation y is equal to half x, because M is a point on the line y is equal to half x. Therefore, I have x is therefore I have x is equal to 2y as my equation number 1. Therefore, I rephrase it at m of x is equal to twice of my is my equation number 1. So what I do now here, xy is equal, I substitute, replace this, put this 1 in equation number 2. Therefore, now 20 is equal to mx are replaced by 20m, mx are replaced by 2my plus 12 the whole squared plus my plus 6 the whole squared. I simplified and I get 144, and I get 144 plus 2 times 12 times my. I hope you by now you might have guessed that this is going to be a quadratic equation in my. Plus my squared is equal to 20. I simplified. I like terms here. 4my squared plus my squared. I get here 5my squared plus 24, and this is 12. Something mistake is here. Is 2my. So 24, 48 plus 12 becomes 60my plus 144 plus 36 plus 20 plus give me 160. Simplify it is equal to 0. So I divide by my squared plus 12my plus 32 is equal to 0. Therefore, my, I can factorize my plus 4, my plus 8. Something interesting is also here. I got my is equal to negative 4 or my is equal to negative 8. Now let's look at this now very carefully. Here I got negative 8 and negative 4. So negative 4 is out of the question because negative 4 comes somewhere here. I hope you agree. My negative, this has to be negative 8. It cannot be negative 4. Look at the diagram. So I relate to the diagram and say my m is not equal to negative 4. That's a very key important thing. Yeah, it's very important. So I put in red. Now I have to find mx. As we know the relation, here. We know this relation. Mx is equal to 2my. Therefore, I put here mx is equal to 2 times negative 8 is equal to negative 16. Therefore, the coordinates of m is negative 16, negative 8. Therefore, I can very well go back to my diagram and I write this as, and I write this as negative 16, negative 8. I hope it clarifies. In the next video, I'll explain this 4.3.2 once again in a different perspective. This perspective used algebra. It means you have to be very strong in algebra to answer this question.